Hey guys, what's going on? This is RJ Game News USA here, and today we're going to be looking at the Metacritic scores for a game called Dispatch. Now, you may be wondering, hey, this game might have actually been out for a little while. Why are you doing this now? Well, I'm actually going to get around to playing it. In fact, I'm opening up a whole new Dispatch playlist where I'm going to have each episode played in that playlist when I play it live. In addition to this Metacritic score reading, and when I'm fully done with the game, I'm going to give a full review myself. So that playlist will end up with about 10 videos on it, so keep an eye for that as well. So let's jump right into it. Dispatch got an 89 overall on Metacritic and a 9.0 out of 10 universal acclaim user score. So this is an extremely highly rated game by the critics and the users alike. So let's see what they had to say. And we're not going to read every single review. Out of 57 reviews, 56 were positive and there was one mixed. That one mixed review is the only reason Dispatch is not a 90 must-play Metacritic game. But we're only going to look at unique scores, so only like 100, 195, whatever, right? Game and Mobile with a 100 says Dispatch is an all-time great, and I hope we'll see it contend for the Game of the Year. After an incredibly successful season, Ardix developers totally deserve to put their feet up and in luxury within all of its success. So that person obviously loved the game. It got multiple 100s. In fact, I'll read how many 100s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 perfect 100s out of the 57 reviews. Now we have a 98 from Xbox Tavern saying Dispatch is a refreshing piece of gaming. Bringing back the Telltale style choose-your-own-adventure is great, but doing so with such brilliant style, technical proficiency, and excellent script and performance has me won over entirely. Engaging start to finish. Loot Level Chill with a 95 says, with smart, witty writing delivered by top-tier talent, Dispatch tells a gripping story that will have you laughing out loud and gawping at the consequences of your decisions in equal measure. This game has several 90s, but we're going to go with Game 8 with their 90, saying Dispatch is absolutely phenomenal. Much like a good TV show, its weekly release schedule had me waist deep in fan theories and discussions. A feat owed largely to the game's continuously sharp writing and compelling characters. Now look, I didn't play this game as, episodically like it was released. I waited till all the episodes were out. Now I'm ready to jump right in and live stream everything. So, a bunch of 90s we got to skip through. IGN, Game Informer, Game and Bolt, GameBlog.fr. We got an 89 from PC Gamer, which matches the overall Metacritic score. And we got an 89 from Spazio Games saying, there's a reason everyone is talking about Dispatch, and it's because of its successful experiment. Ad Hoc Studios' debut doesn't aim to explode with power, but to burn slowly, like the superhero stories that have understood that they're not super anymore. Adventure Game Hotspot with an 88 says more of a cinematic, highly polished visual novel than a full-fledged adventure game, or even a strategic superhero simulator. Dispatch makes being the proverbial guy in the chair a delightful experience well worth hopping into. 87 from Endless Mode saying, while there are a few problems like the controls feeling occasionally fiddly on a controller, I was pleasantly surprised by this part of the game, and the dispatching loop does a good job of putting us in Robert's stressed out headspace, has the happenings from this mode bleed into the game. Bozzy Center with an 85 says overall Dispatch delivers a gripping narrative experience with beautiful presentation and well-crafted dialogue choices. While it offers limited direct interaction, its storytelling depth more than makes up for it. For fans of dialogue-driven adventures, this is a must-play. And I do like dialogue-driven adventures. I've liked the Telltale games, whether it was The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Tales from Borderlands, Wolf Among Us. I've enjoyed Life is Strange games, which are a little more involved. I've also enjoyed stuff like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls and stuff like that. So this is right up my alley. Oh, Has Dust Falls. I played that too. I also think it's an excellent streaming game as well for you guys to enjoy playing along with me. There's a bunch of 80s here, but we got an 80 from GameSpot saying, while the rest of the team doesn't get the same treatment as in Visigal, they're all enjoyable to interact with, regardless of whether you choose to make choices or not. While the lack of branches and narrative keeps most choices from feeling substantial enough to warrant a sequel. We got a 75 from everyeye.it saying Dispatch is excellent entertainment. It captivates you from the first frame and doesn't let go until the final credits. The characterizations are stellar, the direction is meticulous, and the visuals are simply captivating. The problem is that gameplay-wise, it's only bare bones. And finally, that one single mixed review of a 70 from Gaming Trend saying Dispatch is a very uneven experience. It has polish in some places, but severely lacks it in others. It has great characters, but if you don't get to spend much time with the good ones, the dispatching segments can be fun, but feel somewhat shallow. And with that, guys, I think we've read enough unique reviews here to kind of get an idea of what the gaming critics are saying. And again, I will be streaming Dispatch soon. I don't have specific times on it yet. It will be an episode at a time. You may see multiple live streams in a day of me doing it, but I'm going to have to break it up into segments and put it up on the playlist because I want to make it easy for people to follow along after the fact. Not just live, but I want you all to enjoy the VODs later and the gameplay later and the live stream later. Has a VOD if you all want to go back and watch it, or if you weren't able to catch it live, it'll be in that playlist, the Dispatch playlist, so you won't miss it. All coverage of that game is going to be in that playlist, including this video. So please check it out. I'm very excited to play this. I have a feeling it's easily going to be my top 10 games of the year whenever I do my list at the end of the year. And so I want to make sure I get this done before New Year's. So thank you all for the support. This is RJ signing out. Have a good one.